Hey, this is Luke with another Android Guys podcast. I'm here with Scott.
Hey, what's up, Luke?
How are you?
I'm doing awesome.
You got a sultry voice.
This is the podcast that's best listened to at 3 a.m.
You know what? You should talk about something. How about you give us a review of a product?
Would you rather do that than
Yeah.
go back and forth? And
Yeah, and instead of these...
do you want me to affect that voice?
Instead of Android Guys After Dark.
Do you want me to affect that voice throughout this?
No, I think this is fine.
Okay. So today I'm going to talk to you about the GravaStar Mars Pro.
Okay.
This is a speaker.
We talked about GravaStar recently.
We did. GravaStar Sirius Pro. These were earbuds.
Yeah, those were like the real kind of industrial looking earbuds.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Very war-torn, battle-damaged.
Mm-hmm.
Something you'd find in dystopian Fallout kind of game. Yeah. They look like gaming earbuds and the kind of thing that you just have this like extra attention to the cosmetics and just the overall aesthetic of it.
And they were good quality headphones too.
And they were.
So the speaker looks similar, or?
So it has the same design language.
Okay.
This speaker, if you're listening, if you remember Attack of the Clones from 2002, so oh my gosh, that's 20 years ago.
I know.
Some of you may not even know what this is.
Yeah.
The speaker is it's an orb that looks like a robot with a tripod legs. So
Okay.
3 legs. It looks like something to me. It looks like the DS-D1. It's the dwarf spider droid, and then also from Meet the Robinsons, it looks like Doris, the DOR-15.
Okay. It does. Definitely does.
So it reminds me of that.
Yeah.
This looks a little bit more futuristic, scary, sci-fi, dark future kind of thing.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of something I would see in like The Matrix almost.
Yeah. So this one comes in a handful of different colors and options. I got the one that's all black.
Okay.
There are a few other ones out there that have some really interesting paint design. There's a special edition one called the Shark 14. That is, it also has some guns mounted on the side of it.
Oh, wow.
And there's different colors. So the speaker itself has a battery built into it. It's a heavy little unit.
Yeah.
It's very dense. It plugs in to the bottom. There's a USB-C, but there's a internal battery, so you can keep this thing wirelessly if you want to put it on your table. You don't have to keep it plugged in.
Nice.
This guy runs at 230 for the black version and goes up to about 350 if you go with the special editions.
Okay.
So for me, I found that it has an average to above average sound for a speaker that would be about $150.
Okay.
The other difference of about 80 is going to come in just that aesthetics.
Yeah.
This is the kind of speaker that looks really cool in the background of a Twitch video.
Yeah.
This looks cool on a desk for gaming.
Yeah, or I mean, you can see it in some of their marketing pictures. It's in with a couple other action figures.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to know that that's actually a Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah. If you break that thing out in a living room, it's going to draw attention to itself.
Sure.
There's the opposite of minimalist.
Right.
This is something that if you have that and it's playing music, people are, what the heck is that? Is that the actual speaker?
Yeah.
The legs do articulate. You can
nice.
kind of bend them a little bit to make it look like it's in,
set up however you want.
Yeah. There are control buttons on the backside for your power. You have there's like a touch panel kind of thing at the top center that is your volume.
Oh.
So you could kind of put your finger anywhere you want on there and kind of drag that up and down to do the volume.
That's cool.
There are some really fascinating LED lights with this.
Yeah.
And they can change colors. You can do different modes to have it kind of like cycle through or pulse kind of, to the music. they look cool. I think there are 6 of them according to GravaStar, but the way that they're actually employed, it looks like there are more of them. It looks kind of like, I don't know if it's just one light that's kind of like obscured and then only it's revealed in a couple of spots.
Sure.
But it's cool.
Nice.
Now, it's not a 360 audio sound. It does have a face that kind of points towards you.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are playing music, you want this thing kind of looking at you.
Okay.
And you'll see the light, the way it works. It actually looks very cool when it's, the room is dark or the light's on.
Mm-hmm.
It looks pretty awesome. It sounds pretty good.
Okay.
It gets a little... When you get outside of that area where it's pointing at you, you start to lose some of the clarity.
Okay.
So like the crispness and the highs and the range, it starts to flatten the sound a little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's not terrible.
Sure.
You just need to know that this isn't something that will sit in the center of a room. You'll want it kind of pointing at you.
Right.
I mean, it looks really awesome when you're not listening to it or when it's just kind of plugged in.
Mm-hmm.
I gave this a 3.9, so it's
pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm not the target user, I don't think.
Yeah.
This is the kind of speaker that, like I said, would be good if you're into gaming.
Mm-hmm.
If you have just one of those like really cool rooms where you're like, wow, look at all these lights and action figures and collectibles, and this is the kind of speaker you get somebody who's got everything.
Right.
They don't have this speaker.
Yeah, sure.
This isn't if somebody has, just good old fashioned Bluetooth speakers and pillars and cylinders, this thing is completely different.
Sure.
And, for some people, I think it might be an easy ask for that, extra $75, $80 to go say, well, heck yeah, man, that speaker is really cool. Build quality, this thing is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's solid. The materials, everything feels intentional. It doesn't look like some, look cool, and then when you pick it up, you're like, oh, it's all paint job.
Yeah.
No, it's legit.
Nice.
Setup, performance, warranty. I mean, it's got a 1-year warranty. Battery life on that thing is pretty good. Let me see if I can get you a number for that. 15-hour battery life.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Yeah. So it's Bluetooth 5. You can pair it to another one if you wanted to do like a stereo kind of sound.
Okay.
So just know that that can be kind of pricey.
Sure.
If you're doing that.
Sure.
If you're really
when aesthetics come into play, really, what's money?
Seriously, man. Some of these, when you look at the pictures they have on their website and you see the kind of like how they envision it, it makes sense.
Well, and I mean, like you've said, if you're like a streamer or if video and gaming is like your main thing, putting 2 of these together for a stereo sound, this would look very cool on a desk.
Yeah. Now, it doesn't have like low latency,
Sure.
So if you're using it for gaming, you're not going to get like this to the microsecond, millisecond kind of sound. But it's, it's a speaker that.
But Bluetooth 5 is pretty good.
Yeah. It's a speaker that begs to be talked about.
Yeah.
And looks cool even if you're not using it. It's, if you're a content creator and you're trying to figure out how do I do some set decoration. What do I do here? This is a practical way to do that.
Yeah.
You can spend plenty of money on something that's just a sci-fi set piece. So this is functional.
Right.
So that's the GravaStar, and it's called the Mars Pro. They do have a handful of color options. The whole thing with GravaStar to me is, their stuff looks like the kind of things you would find in 100 years from now, 300 years from now, some kind of fallout, nuclear waste,
cyberpunk kind of thing,
something that's picked up in the middle of a game that looks like, oh yeah, that's very intentional, very very cool design stuff. So they've got a handful of different speakers and earbuds. And they also have for this one, and I didn't review this, but they do have a charging base that you can get for it.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like something that might be like a like a bomb or some kind of like a sensor or something that you would put down. Mm-hmm. But it's about $60. You set the speaker down on top of that, and it kind of charges that up, but it's got its own lights as well.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, GravaStar. And again, the speaker is called the Mars Pro. You're looking at about $230. I would say it's, for the right person, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
If you're just looking for a Bluetooth speaker that sounds good, there's
plenty other out there.
Plenty of other options. Save your money if you don't need that look.
Right.
But if you're like, what do I get my son to decorate his, what do I get my son? He's got a bunch of stuff. He never asks for anything.
Right.
This is cool. I think he would enjoy it.
Yeah.
Put it in his dorm or whatever. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Scott.
You got it. All right. That's going to do it for this episode of the podcast.
Thanks for listening.
We appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, feedback, concerns, comments, anything, shoot us an email at podcast@AndroidGuys.com. We'd love to hear from you one way or the other. Luke, if someone wants to get a hold of you, how do they do that?
I am on Instagram and Twitter at Luke Gaul, Gaul.
And I'm on Instagram at Scott Webster and Twitter as SWebster77. Until next time, thanks for listening.
See ya.